Yeah. He looks pleasant.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Planet X ISMENIOS. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I don't care. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. It's trying to run away from me. Up front here, we have a very nice image of ISMENIOS. His name is ISMENIOS, aka Deathsaurus. On this side of the box, we have ISMENIOS. On the other side of the box, we have ISMENIOS. On the top, ISMENIOS. On the bottom, ISMENIOS. On the back of the box, obligatory product shot, thing, stuff, warning! QR codes. If you want to scan them, go ahead, scan them. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is a nice collector's card with another nice image there of a Deathsaurus, and on the back you have tech specs. If that interests you, hooray for cards. Then moving right along, here we have ISMENIOS, and this is Planet X's take on Deathsaurus from the Victory series, which I never watched, so I know nothing about this character, but it looked cool, so I got it. But yeah, there he is in his dragon mode. He does come with his breast animal here. This is, what's his name? Tiger breast, I believe. A little flying tiger thing. Doesn't really look like a tiger, but hey, we'll go with it. We'll get in close here so we can take a look at him. You can see done in a nice gold with the gold wings. Got some red, some gray in there. Legs done in gold as well. Even the underside does have some nice molded detail. Little gun tail going on there. As far as articulation, it looks like his mouth should open and close, but it doesn't. The front legs are on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of inward-outward movement. They can move forward and back. You have a hinge that can swing either way. The hind legs are the same. Ball joint can move forward, back, and that hinge there at the knee that can swing both ways. And go back his little tail, and the wings can move up and down. So, he's just a little guy, But enough of that, let's take a look at Deathsaurus himself. So here he is in his beast mode, and it looks quite cool in my opinion. And we'll get in closer, you'll see nice red for the eyes, gold there on the beak, and you can open up the mouth. You can see the inside of the mouth is done all in silver. Looks quite nice. And going down the body, got some gray in there, claws done in gold. And you have a nice metallic sheen here to the blue, which really pops. Got some red in there as well, some more gold, gold claws, tail, and some molded detail going down the sides, picked out in a gunmetal gray. On the back here, you get some gold and red detailings, some of that nice blue. As you can see, the big wings here have these nice big transparent blue pieces, and looks really good. Very nicely done. So yeah, whoosh. Anyway, so let's go through the articulation here. So as I showed earlier, the mouth can open and close, nice and wide. The head itself is on a ball joint, so you do have some nice wiggly waggly movement there. Can move up, down, side to side, can rotate. This section of the neck is also on a ball joint, so you have that wiggly waggly movement there, up, down, side to side. And this section also on a ball joint, so altogether you get some pretty good range of movement there on that neck. His arms are on a soft ratchet, so they can rotate. You can do a full 360 if you have the room to do so. You do have this double joint right here at the shoulder itself, so that gives you a little bit extra movement. You can bring those shoulders down if you want to, have them sitting a little lower. Hey, as always, your toy. Do what you want with it. And this is quite a stiff joint as well. And you do have, bicep rotation there. You do have an elbow joint there with over 90 degrees of bend, and that is also on a soft ratchet. And each of its claws are individually hinged there at the base. Now moving on to the hind legs. They can rotate. Again, on a ratchet, they can move in and out. They're also on a double hinge there, so you can bring your legs out. So if he has to pee, he can pee. Hey, robot dragons probably have to pee too. I don't know. And you do have rotation there at the thigh. You have a ratcheted joint there at the knee. That can go both ways. You also have this hinge here as well. So that section of the leg can also move forward and back. And each of his claws here are also individually hinged there at the base, and these are also quite snug. And that little back claw there can also move back as well. As far as the tail goes, you have a hinge that can move up and down here, a hinge that can move up and down here, and a hinge that can move up and down here, and one more hinge right there that can also move up and down. So you get a decent range of movement there out of the tail. And as far as the wings go, the wings can move in and out. You got a ratcheted joint there that moves up and down, and you also have a ratcheted joint right there that can also move up and down as well. And for comparison, here he is with Perfect Effects Mega Dragon. Just because they look like they could be related, you know, like they're cousins. I don't know, but hey, they have that. Here he is with Planet X's Optimus Prime. So you can get a sense of how he scales there in his beast mode. Here he is with the Siege Voyager Prime. Here he is with Titan's Return Overlord. And here he is with Masterpiece Megatron. So there you have that. Now, if you want, you can leave the breast animal attached to the dragon mode here. You just want to take the hind legs here, just fold them up like that, and just push them up into the body like so. Push these up, and the front legs, just fold up alongside, and just tuck all that in. Tuck all that in like so. Flip in his little tail, and it will just plug in right back here. If you want, you can totally leave that attached. You don't have to remove it if you don't want to. And everything still stays together just fine. So totally up to you what you want to do with the breast animal. You can leave it attached. You can, have it displayed separately. As always, your toy, do what you want with it. So there you go. That is basically it for the beast mode here. So let's get down to a transformation, shall we? I'm not going to try to spin him. I'm not going to do it. But first thing you want to do, now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is totally optional. But you can remove these transparent blue pieces here from the wings. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to. You can totally leave them on if you want to, but I'm going to take them off just for the sake of making life a little bit easier. So just remove those, and they just tab on at various points. So you just remove them. And there you just have the bare wings right there. You can also remove this piece right here if you want to. The instructions don't tell you what to do with this in robot mode, so you can leave this on, take it off, and do what you want. I'll take it off for now, just because. But there you have just the bare wings there, and you can collapse these up like that. And it all just tabs together. You're going to have that look going on. So, I'll just do this on the other side as well. Just remove all the wingy bits. And these are some thick hunks of plastic too, as you can see. Very nice, very nice. Let's put those off to the side, and we'll pop this off too. Why not? And we'll just collapse this one back up. Get all this tab back together. And there you go. And I'm going to remove the breast animal too. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but, again, it's just one less thing to get in the way. So, now that we've got them all stripped down, let us get down to the transformation. So, first thing you want to do is just take his legs here and just unclip them from the sides, like so. Just going to bring them out. And you want to take these and just rotate them around, like so. And we're just going to leave him like that for now. And now we're going to work on his legs. So come around here. Helps if you bring the tail down so you can kind of get under here. And you can just pop this open. Pop this open. And then you just want to extend the legs like so. They'll just peg in right up here. And then we just come in here and we want to split the tail. Get that little split. And everything a pull. And split the legs like so. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take this section of the tail and rotate it around. And then this will flip up into the tail like so. Then you take this section and this flips into the leg. And you close that up. Come around here. Bring out his toes. And there you have a leg all done. Second verse, much like the first. Just turn that around. And just collapse that in. Bring that in. Close that up. Bring up his toes. And there you have the legs all done. Now we just take his crotch. And just flip that up. And we got the lower body all done. Oh, now moving on to the upper body. You do want to kind of take the arms, just kind of collapse them up. Bring the claws down here. They are really stiff. Yeah, bring those claws down. Up. Bring those claws down. And you want to take them and just rotate them around. Like so. And you want to unclip these side sections here. Clip them, just bring them out. You want to take this whole neck assembly here and you want to unpeg that. And oops. And you just want to open up this whole section here, and then there is his head. So you just flip that up. Now we can close that up. And this will just rest on his back, like so. And then we just bring these sections back, and these tabs will go into these notches right here. So that just tabs in, and you just get the arms kind of tucked in like that. And just bring that around. Oops, there we go. That. And you just tuck that in. Again, just get those arms positioned like so. And then just position those wings however you want. And we got that done. So now we can take his shoulders here, bring them up, and they will just clip in right up there. Clip in right up there. And we got that. So now we're going to work on the arms, so we can just straighten all this out. You want to rotate at the bicep, so the gold is facing up. So you want to open up this panel right here. There's no little panel that you flip open. And then you just take the beast mode leg and just push it in. There is a little panel right underneath that you want to push in as you're rotating this back. You can see the handle come up as well. So just push all this back. Take this back claw here and just flip that in. Get all that out. Joints are real stiff on this guy. Close that up. And there you have an arm all done. Second verse is just like the first. Straighten all that out. Rotate. Open. Flip. Flip. And then just kind of get in there. Push that panel up. Bring all this around. Collapse all that up. Close that up. And bring this claw around there. Bring that down. And get him straightened out. And there we go. And as you can see, now he has this hollow void in his chest here, and now we can bring in the breast animal, and that just plugs in right there. And there you go. There you have ISMENIOS, aka Deathsaurus, in his robot mode. And he's a good-looking Deathsaurus. Very, very nicely done, in my opinion. I think it looks quite cool. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. Very nicely done head sculpt. In my opinion, nice gold there for the head crest. You got red there for the eyes, for his 4 eyes. And you got some of that silver in there as well. Very nicely done head sculpt. And of course you have the chest piece there with the nice gold. Got gold there on the forearms. Got that gunmetal gray there on the thighs. Nice detailing on the legs. Very nice. There's a good amount of die cast in this guy too. I believe his forearms have die cast in them, the thighs are die cast, and his feet here are die cast as well. So he does have a nice bit of heft to him as well, which is always a nice bonus. And then just taking a look, that's the back here. You know, it's not the neatest back here. He's got a lot of the dragon stuff hanging off of his back there. But still, not too bad. Not too bad. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You do have that wiggly, waggly, wiggly, waggly. You can look up, can look down. Head can do a full 360. We can move these chest pieces out of the way to accommodate the arm movement. Arms can do a full 360. Can move in and out. Again, you have that double ratchet there. That will assist you. So you get a good range of movement there. You do have bicep rotation. You got under 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. As far as the hands go, you do have wrist rotation. The hands are articulated. The thumb is on a ball joint at the base, and each finger is on a hinge at the base, as well as the mid knuckle there. And of course you have that upward and downward movement there due to transformation, which comes in quite nicely. He does have waist rotation. These hip skirt panels here will move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward that far, back that far, outward. They can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation, which is quite tight on mine. You have 90 degrees of bend there after the knee. And the feet, they can't really move up, but they can move down, and you do have a good amount of ankle tiltage there. The toe is actually on a double joint in there, so you can kind of bring that down and get some good tiltage going on there. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his sword, which has some nice gold on it, the blade done in an off-white, and you can see there are some markings on it as well going down the blade, which is quite cool. And he can hold his sword, as swords should be held. There's a tab in his palm here that goes into a slot here in the handle. That does tab in pretty securely. You can just wrap his fingers around that. There you go. You can slash, 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 slash. So you got that going on. Now, if you don't leave the blue wing pieces attached to the wings, there is something you can do with these. And you can take the larger one and the slightly smaller one, turn that around, and that will just tab in right there. It doesn't tab in securely, it's just a place for it to rest, but once we have that, we bring in the third wing piece, and we have these two pegs right here, which will go into these two ports right here, and that is what will hold all this together. And you do that, and it just makes a big claw thing, and you can make two of them. And these will just peg in to his forearms right here on the sides. A giant claw shield or something, I don't know, but hey, looks kind of cool. And you can totally have that going on. Hey, why not? Dare I say, why not? And again, I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do anything with these for robot mode. I don't know, and I just leave them attached up here. But as always, you can do what you want. But that looks pretty cool. So there you have that. And now for comparison, here he is with Siege Voyager Prime. Just so you can get a sense of the size of this guy. Here he is with Planet X's Optimus Prime. Here he is with Leader Class Overlord. Here he is with Masterpiece Megatron, and he is like a hair taller then Masterpiece Megs, and here he is with Masterpiece Starsaber. So, there you go. So there you have the Saurus of Death. Really nicely done figure here by Planet X. You know, looks good, feels good, you know, solid, hefty. The transformation works pretty smoothly. One complaint I do have is that the outward ratchet for the hips are a little looser than I would like. He has a tendency to want to do the splits a little too easily when you're trying to pose him, so that's something that could have been a bit tighter. Other than that, he's a really cool figure. I do quite like him, so there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of Planet X's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Planet X ISMENIOS, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Alright, Deathsaurus, your reign of terror ends here. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Excuse me, gentlemen. I hate to interrupt whatever this is, but, do you know anywhere I can find some bots I can throw? You know, just some good throwing bots. Kind of running out. No? Neither of you? Fine. What was that all about? I have no idea.